Guys, if you have your history workbooks, go ahead and take those out. We are going to be needing them. You guys are going to actually help me with those page numbers today. All right. We are in chapter 4, people who supply our goods and services, lesson 3, needs, wants, and choices. Ooh, that can't be right. Chapter 4. Let me check. In chapter 4, people who supply our goods and services need, lesson, we're on lesson 1. Needs, wants, and choices. This is actually going to be lesson 1. Sorry, guys. So this is lesson 1. And then food producers will be lesson 2. Okay. All right. Before we even get started with lesson 1, we actually, I believe, have a video that we can watch. So let's go ahead and do that chapter opener.
How do people get what they need?
Well, they have to work to get money so they can, like, get the needs, like the food and the water. Work is something that helps people, and it helps them by, like, getting gas and, like, getting food on the table. Well, work is something that helps my family get money for our needs. It's something that you work very hard on, and it, like, in a sentence, filling out all of these papers is a lot of work. It's hard work, easy work, and work that's just right for them. And some of that work is firefighting or delivering mail. And some people are paleontologists. They have jobs to, like, look around on the planets and, like, walk on the moon to find, like, moon rocks and moon dust and stuff.
My mom works at this office place. I don't know what it is, but she has a boss, and that's how she gets her money, by working at the place.
Works help people by getting enough money for their food and their family. Let me think. They can get money, buy a house, and they can get stuff that they need to survive.
Well, you earn it from working.
All right. So those were answers that kids gave about work and what it is. And let's watch this little video. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to lesson 1 now. So if you guys are actually using your book, if you're online, you guys can just watch this video. But if you're actually using your book, or if you're logging into Savvis Realize, you are going to need a pencil, and then you guys are going to actually help me with the page numbers. So for those of you who have your book, go to chapter 4, lesson 1. And then can you guys tell me what page number that is, please? For those of you guys who have your book. Awesome, thank you, Ava. So Ava says we are on page 108. So chapter 4, lesson 1. If you have your book, go to page 108. I'll type it in our weekly schedule as well. So we're in chapter 4, lesson 1. Needs, wants, and choices.
Mrs. Park,
Yes.
what are we doing now? I'm so sorry I'm late.
We are working on history.
Okay, so what I do?
You're gonna watch, because I don't think you have your history book. So you're just going to watch my screen for now. All right, guys, what we're gonna do right now is we are going to be working on our vocabulary words. So let's look at our vocabulary words first. Needs, something that we must have to live every day. Wants are something that we would like to have but do not need to live. Choice, 2 or more things that we can pick or choose from. Scarce means limited, and barter means to trade one thing for another. For your academic vocabulary, you have purchase, to use money to pay for something. I will know the difference between a need and a want. So let's learn about needs and wants now. All right, let's go ahead and read.
Needs and wants. Needs are things we must have to live every day. Food, water, and clothing are needs. Shelter is also a need. A shelter is a place to live. Wants are things that we would like to have, but we do not need them to live. Games, computers, smartphones, and toys are wants. These things are fun to have, but they are not things we must have to live. 1. Reading check. Highlight what needs are in yellow. Highlight what wants are in pink.
All right, so if you have your book, it might say something different. It might say like to underline or circle. If you want to, you can do those, or if you have a crayon or a highlighter, you can do that in your book. So highlight what needs are in yellow. Needs are things we must have to live every day. Oops, I didn't get to do all of it. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to highlight all of that in yellow. Needs are things we must have to live every day. You need food. You guys need to eat food. You need to drink water. You need to have clothes. Those are all things that you need. Shelter is also something you need. Danica, make sure you're staying on task. Okay. So every day you guys need like a home. You need something to eat, something to drink, water to drink, and you guys need clothes. Now, what are wants? Wants are things that we would like to have, but we do not need them to live. I can't hold all of it. 1 second, let me try again. There we go. Okay. So wants are things that we would like to have, but we do not need them to live. Games, computers, smartphones, and toys are wants. These things are fun to have, but they are not things we must have to live. So for example, I need water, but a want is a cool water bottle. So here's my water bottle. I don't need to have a cool looking water bottle. As long as I'm able to drink water, you know, if it's a cup or if it's an old water bottle I've had for a long time, it doesn't matter. The want is the water bottle, but the need is the water inside of it. Let's move on to the next page. Can anyone tell me what page this is on? Getting what we need and want. Can anyone tell me what page that's on? Very good, page 109. So if you're following along in your book, we're on page 109.
Getting what we need and want. There are many ways to get the things we need and want. Long ago, many people grew their food, made their clothing, and built their shelter. They met other needs through barter. Barter means trading one thing for another. A farmer would barter crops for supplies. A carpenter would make furniture and trade it for food or clothing. Some people still grow their own food and make their own clothes, but most people today use money to buy food and clothing. They can go to stores. They can also use a computer to order and pay for things. 2. Reading check. Highlight 2 ways that people today can meet their needs.
So let's reread. Okay, so the question here is highlight 2 ways that people today can meet their needs. There are many ways to get the things we need and want. Long ago, many people grew their food, made their clothing, and built their shelter. They met other needs through barter. So they traded things. Bartering means to trade. So maybe you were really good at growing crops. So you grew some food, and then you traded the food that you grew, and maybe someone else gave you a warm jacket in return. Okay. Some people still grow their own food and make their own clothes, but most people today use money to buy food and clothing. They can go to stores. They can also use a computer to order and pay for things. So highlight 2 ways that people today can meet their needs. They can use money to buy food and clothing. And it says 2 ways. They can also use a computer to order and pay for things. So your parents might do that. They might go, like, for example, you might have had, if you've ever heard of Amazon, some of your parents buy things on Amazon where they use the computer or their phone to buy something and then it gets shipped to your house. Or they might go to the store and they might give either cash or a credit card. And then they buy their food or things that you guys need for home that way. I'm going to move on.
Making choices. A choice is 2 or more things that we can pick or choose from. We can choose what we buy or purchase. We can also choose the place or business where we will buy it. Quest connections. Describe choosing a piece of fruit to eat. There is another reason we make choices. We cannot have everything we want. This is usually because money is scarce or limited. We must choose what we can have and leave what we cannot have. Families take care of their needs first. They choose the food and clothing they can buy and where they can live and work. They can make choices about what they want with money that is left. 3. Reading check. Cause and effect. Look at the picture. Write why a coat can be a need and a want.
Okay, so let's look at that picture. And why would a coat be a need? Why would you need a coat? Why do you think that little girl might need a coat? You guys can unmute or you can type it in the chat.
Because when it rains, you're gonna need it.
Okay, so she needs a coat. To keep her dry and warm.
And to prevent getting sick.
Ooh, I like that. And to prevent getting sick. Now, why would a coat also be a want?
Because she wants it.
Maybe, why do you think
She
she might?
already has a coat. She wants a new one because probably the old one is old and it doesn't look good.
Ooh, okay. So a coat can be a want. A coat can be a want if you already have an old one. So maybe she already has one. Maybe she goes to the store and she sees a coat she really likes and says, Mommy, I really want this new coat. And then her mom says, well, you already have one. You already have one. She's like, but I want this one because it's blue and blue is my favorite color. So here, maybe she already has a coat. Maybe her mom is saying, yes, this is a cute coat. I'm sure you want it, but you don't need it because you already have a coat at home. So it could be a need. Maybe her coat was ripped, or maybe she grew too big and now her coat doesn't fit. So she needs another coat to keep her warm. All right, we are on our final page, lesson check. What page is our lesson check on, guys? Can anyone tell me in the chat? What page is our lesson check on? And then tomorrow, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna review these and then we're gonna take our quiz.
111.
Okay, so we're on page 108 to 111 today. Let's go ahead and look. Right? Why we cannot buy everything we want. I remember reading about that. I think this was on this page. So let's reread. There is another reason we make choices. We cannot have everything we want. That is usually because money is scarce or limited. We must choose what we can have and leave what we cannot have. Ooh, okay, so money is scarce or scarce. People say it differently. So money is scarce or scarce. That means that we don't have like an infinite amount of money. For example, like if you guys go to the store and you say, I really want this toy and I really want this toy, your parents will say, okay, well, you have to pick one. Maybe they say you can use your money and you only have $20. You can't buy maybe, and both the toys that you want are $15 each. That means you're not going to have enough money to buy both because that would be over $30. So money is scarce. You can't buy everything you want because because money is limited. You're not going to have enough money to buy every single thing. Now, how do we use money to choose what we need and want? How do we use money to choose what we need and want? Can anyone give me an example? How would you use money to choose what you need and want?
Buy something.
Okay, so we use money. Oh, why is this not working? Okay, so we use money to buy. We use our money. Oh, yeah. Why is this not working today?
Could I go next, Mrs. Park?
Yes, go ahead. Why do we use money to choose what we need and want?
Because with money, we could get clothes.
So back in the old day, people used to barter, right? People used to barter. They used to trade something that they have for something else. You can think of money as a way of bartering, but money is a type of currency, and we use money to get what we need. So money is what we use to get the things that we need and we want. So how do we use money? We pay. Why is this not working? Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay.
We pay for what we want and need using money. I put it in the chat. I don't know why it's not working. And then the last thing we have is write words for an ad to make a food the best choice to eat. Write words for an ad to make a food the best choice to eat. This one you guys are going to do on your own as well. So number 5 was we pay for what we want and need using money. How do we use money? So we pay for it. We go to the store. Let's say you want to go to a restaurant and you want to buy food. You order the food, and then after the food comes out, or After you order it, you give the cashier money or you give them your credit card and then they give you the food in return. Write words for an ad to make a food the best choice to eat. So you guys are each going to pick something that you enjoy eating. This is going to be the last thing you're going to do today, okay? So let's say that you really like to eat pizza. What I want you guys to do is write a sentence or more telling me why pizza is the best choice to eat. Okay, maybe you guys get to choose what to eat for dinner tonight. And you have to tell us why what you want to eat is the best. So I'm going to write pizza. Pizza is the best choice because it has veggies, bread, dairy, and meat all on one thing. It is delicious and has a lot of different types of food. So that's what I wrote. So I think pizza is the best choice to eat because it has veggies, bread, dairy, meat, all on one pizza. It is delicious and has a lot of different types of food on it. You might say the best choice of food to eat today is a salad. A salad is very healthy for you. It makes your skin and your hair glow, and it is good for the environment. Or you could say the best food to eat today is going to be McDonald's because McDonald's is really delicious and the food comes and is served to you super quickly and you don't have to wait for it. Ooh, so someone wrote chicken. So you could say chicken is the best choice to eat because it is delicious. Chicken can be very healthy for you. It's easy to make and there are lots of chickens in the world. So it's okay if we eat them. I don't know. So you guys are going to tell me what food you like to eat and why you like to eat it. Why do you think it's the best choice to eat? And then that's it, guys. Once you guys are done with that, you guys have your art, health, or social emotional learning activity for this week that you're going to post in Class Dojo. And then you all need to make sure you're reading 20 minutes a day. Tomorrow, we're going to reread our needs, wants, and choices. And then we're going to take a lesson quiz. All right. How does it?